Hello everyone. First of all, I just wanted to wish Happy Mother's Day to everyone. I really hope you get some time to spend with your family and your mother obviously and show them your appreciation. And now today, our video is going to have some really interesting stuff that is obviously affecting our real estate market, but at the same time, we wanted to give you some numbers and some also data that just came out recently that can also show you about other cities, what's going on in Canada. So let's start with the unemployment numbers. Obviously, everybody's kind of worried about right now with the tariff war that we have going on with the United States, that it is affecting Canada's employment very significantly. So we know that the unemployment is going up in most of the provinces, and obviously Alberta is pretty much the same. But our numbers, our unemployment stayed pretty close to 7.1% in the month of April. But there is one very interesting fact that I'm going to share with you today, and I'll keep watching this video and we'll give you some other facts as well. That the unemployment it came down by 0.1% in Alberta, and it was at about 7.1%. Where Calgary, our unemployment was at 7.4%, and Edmonton was pretty much at 7.3%. So both cities were pretty much at par. But Lethbridge was actually one of the best cities where the unemployment was only at 5.4%. Now, the interesting fact that I wanted to share with you is that, our parents always tell us, hey, you know what, make sure you get good grades and you finish your education. And that is one thing that we have noticed in the recent data, that when it comes to unemployment, people who haven't finished their secondary education were the most unemployed. They were at 23%. Just imagine that. Now, just imagine at the same time, just getting over the post-secondary and having some sort of certificate or diploma, and the unemployment is only at 4%. So keep this in mind, that education level also changes your future. It affects your life. We complain so much about things that we don't control. We always blame on governments. We always blame on other things that are actually affecting. We think that everything has to do with what other people are supposed to do for us, but we always forget that we should be more responsible in getting the education so you can find a good job. And we are showing you this data that we collected from Alberta unemployment today, and it shows basically that people who did not finish their secondary education are the most unemployed. So now, even though we have unemployment in Calgary at 7.4%, and the obviously thing is that there are still new jobs, and the future of Calgary is quite bright because there are so many companies that are coming here. Obviously, the absorption of people moving to Calgary, it has been taking time, and that is why our unemployment has been quite high. Now, let's also talk about what is happening in real estate market at the same time. We know our real estate market is slowing down. It is actually moving more towards balanced market, but at the same time, Calgary was leading actually Canada in houses that are being flipped. So can you imagine that 7% of the houses in Calgary in the last 12 months came back into the market within 12 months. So we are leading, and our closest city, which is Edmonton, was even at 4.2%, and Vancouver and Toronto, everybody's way behind. And the reason behind that is that our market is still very affordable, and all those companies that are actually trying to take advantage, at the same time, even some of those guys who are renovating houses are taking advantage of this, and they are renovating those houses and they are flipping them. But now things have started to change because our inventory has started to go up, new listings have started to go up, and that is what is really affecting the market. and that's where like flipping houses is not that easy, because in a hot market, when you buy something and now when the market is slowing down and you're trying to make out any money out of it, it's not that easy. Now, I'm going to also talk about actually the market that is getting affected by the tariffs and the uncertainty. As you guys know that our inventory has been going up. In Calgary, in the month of April, we got actually 15% more than 15% more listings, and our market was down, like sales were down by more than 22%, which is quite a big number. So when it comes to percentage wise, in Canada, we got more new listings. Now, keep this in mind. I'm comparing new listings and sales, not inventory. Inventory is basically going up everywhere. But in this chart that we have, you can see that in Vancouver and Fraser Valley, the sales were down quite significantly. Fraser Valley was leading actually Canada, and more than 29% sales that it was down. But at the same time, the new listings were down in those areas, where Calgary saw the biggest increase in new listings, but also the sales were down by more than 22%. But the fun fact here is, if you look at Montreal, in Montreal, sales were up and so were the new listings. So their sales were up pretty close to more than 10%, and their new listings were up more than 12%. So now this gives you a little bit of idea what's going on in other cities in Canada when you're trying to compare what is going on in Calgary. Now let's get back to our weekly numbers. We had 1,041 new listings that came into the market, and 99 properties were back onto the market. 735 properties saw price decrease. Now, some of you are always wondering how come the numbers are changing. Keep this in mind, that the window of 7 days is changing by the minute, and so are the numbers. So as soon as we get most of our listings on Friday, and that is why you see like the really high number of new listings in the market, but sales usually see that they are staying pretty relative. So then there's a price increase. 22 properties saw price increase. 544 properties were pending. 576 properties were sold. 64 properties were expired. 6 properties were withdrawn, and 210 properties were terminated. Now, I want, again, in the past videos we have shared this information as well, that if you need advice about Calgary's real estate market, how to get things done, please give us a call. We will be more than happy to assist you. My phone number is 403-689-2345. Thank you.